Hey there everybody, it's Cosmo the Cody here, and welcome to what is probably going to be the last sort of new game playthrough for this year, pretty much. I mean, this is sort of the penultimate day of November, and we're going to start playing Watch Dogs 2. Now, I have to admit, I was umming and ahhing about Watch Dogs 2, about playing it in any way, and I finally decided, you know what, I will play it. This is mainly due to the fact that I've seen some good footage of it. I kind of like the sound of it. I haven't actually played Watch Dogs 1. I did watch a playthrough for it and thought it was actually quite good. I did see its faults, and obviously the whole sort of PC the whole sort of graphics problem and sort of thing that happened last time with Watch Dogs. But of course, Watch Dogs 2 has now come out on PC 2 weeks after the console release, and at the same time as probably one of the biggest RPGs right now, Final Fantasy 15. So look out for the Watch Dogs 2 entry on my not epic fails, my fails of PC gaming 2016. That is a free plug, by the way. Sorry. So that pretty much is it from this. Now, I'm going to say a few things before I do start. First and foremost, this video will probably be the only one where I'm in it. This is mainly due to the fact that I've seen that there's an awful lot of sort of information on the heads-up display and on the phone, which I believe is going to be in this location. So I haven't found a good place for me to put myself in this sort of frame. Now, yes, I could sort of do an overlay and put me here and then put the game up there and everything, maybe the chat, although there's not much point because, you know, the chat doesn't necessarily, not many people watch me stream at the time, so there's not much point in it. And I would have thought of that had I actually had time to do that. But overall, I think it's going to be, you're not going to miss anything more than sort of me going, you know, so you're not going to miss much in terms of me in terms of that. It might be that I figure out a good place to put myself in time, but in all honesty, it's not the end of the world. You know, I can live with not being in the game, not being in the videos. I'll be in the game, but you know what I'm talking about anyway. Now, the other thing is I did pre-order, which is not something I do very often. For the obvious reasons is that I've been bitten more than once, especially by Batman Arkham Knight. So I have got a few sort of, shall we say, what's the sort of the word? It's not enhancements. I've got a few sort of bonuses that will help me out. Sort of, I've got some extra, like $15,000 extra money in game and 3 research points, whatever they are. So I've got sort of a bit of a head start on things. But I'll just try and play the game as usual, try and enjoy it as is intended. And that pretty much is it. So let's fire this up. See what OBS multi-platform thinks of it. It's loading. Thinking about loading. Ooh, and you guys can't see it because I've not. There we go. Hang on. There we go. I got the whole NVIDIA crap. Oh, okay. And we have a epileptic warning disguised as a DOS screen. And I've noticed that. There we go. Logging as Cosmo the Coder. That's it. Cool. Now I have, before we get into the game, double checked a few things. So for instance, I have adjusted the graphics a little bit. My VRAM usage is almost at its max, so it might be that I have to turn down a few things. For instance, I've turned the texture resolution to ultra because I could use the ultra. There's ultra size textures. I might have to turn it down to high if need be. You know, that takes off about, well, nearly a whole gig of RAM. But we'll see how we go. You know, performance-wise, I'm not too worried about how good or bad it looks, because at the end of the day, video-wise, you're looking at 720p. I'm looking at 1080p. So that's pretty much it. Alright, so let's get back out to here. So once we next return, we shall return with starting a new game. And I won't be here. So I'll see you in a minute.